Today I'm going to talk about the French colonization in Vietnam. Vietnam, known to be a part of Indochina and border with China, has lots of natural resources like iron, tin, and zinc, making it one of the reasons why France attacked in 1858. With their main target to expand the colonial power and bring Catholicism to Indochina, the French found Vietnam to be a suitable contestant. France officially attacked Vietnam on August 1858 at Da Nang port with 14 vessels and 2,500 soldiers. Then, for the next 30 years, they were able to expand and occupy the whole of Vietnam, dividing it into three areas: Tonkin, Annam, and Cochinchina. Throughout the period from 1858 to 1930, many revolutions were carried out to protect Vietnam. Then, in 1940, Japan invaded Indochina, winning the power from France and starting the Japanese colonization. This period had brought famine through Vietnam, killing an estimated 2 million people. On 1941, Viet Minh, a Vietnamese revolutionary organization, was born. And after World War II, Viet Minh defeated the Japanese and announced Vietnam's independence on September 2, 1945. But on October 1945, the French successfully eliminated Viet Minh out of Saigon, making Vietnam once again under the French power. Then, on 1954, the Battle of Dien Bien Phu officially ended the French colonization in Vietnam. Throughout this colonization, resources such as rice, coffee, rubber were exchanged between Vietnam to France. While French lifestyle were introduced to Vietnam, French language were added to the curriculum and education was soon provided to Vietnamese children. But with the French domination, many Vietnamese lost their lands and were burdened by a high taxation system, leaving many in poverty and starvation. Today, hints of the French culture still remain in Vietnam, from the food to the architecture and language. Many were borrowed or heavily influenced by French. Though Vietnam has gained its independence for more than 40 years, the memory of the French colonization still remains as a remark in Vietnam's history.
Cuisine. Many staple foods in Vietnam are French dishes modified to include local ingredients: omelettes, baguettes, croissants, and anything fried in butter. Certain ingredients, cauliflower, zucchini, pate, and potatoes, among others, were introduced to Vietnam during the colonial years.
Impressive facts of Vietnamese food. Vietnamese food is one of the healthiest cuisines in the world. They use fresh ingredients like rice, herbs, seafood, fruit, and vegetable, along with shrimp paste, soy sauce, and fish sauce. Talk about fish sauce. In Asia, it's believed to have been invented by the Vietnamese. When French entered Vietnam, the Institut Pasteur in Paris spent 16 years just studying fish sauce to figure out the fermentation process. Even weirder than that, Vietnamese utilized almost all parts of an animal for food, including meat, bones, internal organs, skin, and blood. The same goes to lotus. Every part of the lotus, including roots, are used a lot in different Vietnamese dishes. Along with pho, gỏi cuốn is also the top 50 best dishes in the world. There are almost 200 kinds of Vietnamese cake. Most of them are made from rice, which makes them so unique. For example, bánh chưng and bánh gai. One last fact, colds are cured not by medicine, but by hot rice soup containing lots of onion and perilla.
As rice has an important role in everyday meal, Vietnam rice product ranks second in the world. Vietnamese people also use rice as a fundamental ingredient to make noodle. Vietnam has a very wide range of noodle. Speaking of fat alone, there are about 20 used. The fun fact is, Vietnam consumes the largest number of instant noodle in Asia, which is even higher than Japan, the home country of this processed food. In association with the noodle is broth. Vietnam has a unique habit of adding broth or soup into the rice bowl which appears nowhere else in the world. Talking about unique, Vietnam is the only country in the world where people eat animal blood, which is called tinh canh or huyết. The popular one are pig blood. Wait, pig blood? Yes, we use all part of the pig to cook meals, including organs like liver or heart. The only exception is hair. Are you thinking Vietnamese cuisine is kinda heavy? Think again, because traditional Vietnamese cooking is appreciated for the freshness of the ingredients and for the minimum use of oil, which makes this cuisine is very healthy. We use nearly 70 kinds of herbs, which are very important role of the meal. We also use leaves to wrap and add color to some kind of cake. They are not only fun fact but also characteristic, make Vietnamese cuisine become one of the most unique cuisines in the world.